Well, if I could carry a tune, I'd sing Happy Birthday to Verne.
Oh, dear. No.
Happy birthday, anyway.
That's a mirage. Yeah, thank you very much.
How old are you,
I
Verne?
think.
Tell the world.
Well, let me put it this way. When I came here to Channel 8, I was 27, and it seems like just a couple of years ago.
But it's been
Well,
7 years.
Channel 8 and 8 years.
35.
35. Well,
I'm
happy
way
35th.
past the point. Thank you.
He's now to the point where he can't blow out all the candles.
Boy, I've reached that point a long time ago, I guarantee you. The bullet has been spent, and Rapid Robert is a Cowboy no more. Bob Hayes, symbol of the Cowboys' rise to dominance in the NFL in the late 60s, has been traded to the San Francisco 49ers for a draft choice. The days of dominance for Bobby Hayes personally ended in 1971. His pass-catching totals have gone down steadily ever since. But none who have followed this team will ever forget some of the incomparable moments that he gave us. Breaking in as a rookie in 1965, he grabbed 46 passes that year, most from the guy you're looking at right now, number 17, Don Meredith. Bobby totaled 1,003 yards and 12 touchdowns his first year, and there was more to come. In 1966, the Cowboys' first great year in the NFL, Bobby caught a club record of 64 passes for 1,232 yards and 13 touchdowns. In all, he holds club records for touchdowns with 76 and pass catches with 365. But the last 3 years have not been good ones for the Bullet, and 3 years that have taken place since he played out his option. And he told reporters today that if he had to do it all over again, he would have asked for a trade after the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Bob was asked if he felt he had been deserted.
Well, I feel that I had been deserted. I don't know if it's the front office or the team or whatever, the coaching staff, but you know, I've always said that, you know, the front office never put the 6 points on the board, and, you know, you're always on the field. That's what, you know, I got my togetherness out there, and I feel that, you know, sometimes you have your ups and downs. You have to mix the bitter with the sweet. And you know, I have no regrets against the Cowboys and the organization. What have happened? Sometimes you need a change at times, and that I'm just fortunate that I'm going out there into a team in a city that everybody around the country in professional football would like to at one time be out there in this area where I'm going.
Bob, you haven't played much the last 2 years. Do you think the reason is it was because that they didn't feel your ability was that of some other wide receivers they had, or do you think it was a personal thing?
I just feel that it was a personal thing, and I feel this was a conflict in personalities that I can't touch, or the other people say they can't touch, or no one. And in the results, you know, I was sitting down on the bench and wasn't helping the team at all, and I felt that I knew, you know, I could. So the next step for me is to make a move.
Who was the conflict with?
Well, yeah, you would have to say Tom Landry. He's the boss man. He's the coach.
This was the first play of the first game in the regular season of 1972. The year after the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, Bob had the Philadelphia Eagle defenders whipped, but Bob dropped the ball. He caught only 15 that year, 22 the next, and a career low of only 7 last season. But he's got a new start now, and we wish him well as he goes to the San Francisco 49ers and the former associate, Dick Nolan. On the coast today, 9 more veterans reported to camp. The list included Roger Staubach and Clint Longley, Golden Richards, and Drew Pearson. By the narrowest of margins, Baseball Commissioner Bowie Kuhn held on to his job today. Overnight, Ranger officials and Yankee officials decided to vote to retain Kuhn. That meant the final vote for his re-election was 22-2, with only Baltimore and Oakland voting to oust him. The Rangers called up outfielder Dave Moats and first baseman Tom Robson from Spokane today. Announcement will be made tonight, or it has been made now. Mike Bassick and Mike Kekich will go back to Spokane, and former left-hander Jim Merritt has been given his unconditional release. The Rangers open a 2-game set with the Yankees tonight. Fergie Jenkins pitching for Texas and Pat Dobson for New York. One game this afternoon in the American League. California defeated Milwaukee by a score of 6-1. Here's the way it stands at the U.S. Women's Open Golf Tournament. Judy Rankin with a poor start, 4 over after 5 holes, rebounded. She has a 72. Joanne Connor, Nancy Lopez, and Judy Kimball are one shot back at 73, and Sandra Haney, Sandra Burns, and Sandra Post next in line at 74. Defending champion Carol Mann had an 84 today. First round in the Pleasant Valley Classic in Sutton, Massachusetts, Rod Curl in with a 66. Miller Barber of Sherman, 1 stroke back at 67, and Lee Elder, Chuck Courtney, and Eddie Pierce shared the 3rd spot at 68. And the second round results of the Dallas City Championship taking place at Royal Oaks. Bob Rollins, who plays out of Las Colinas and Irving, a 68 tonight, and he had a 6-stroke lead over Jimmy Goss of the University of Florida. Next, Tom Orman at 146, Don Addington at 148, and Steve Proffitt at 149. The final round is scheduled for tomorrow. Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier officially announced plans for their heavyweight title fight today, and we'll have highlights of that announcement after this message. In New York today, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier officially announced plans for that heavyweight title fight that will take place in Manila, and here's how it went.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Oh, rumble, young man, rumble. Oh, is he in trouble? Listen, you have a net. Do we have the spirit? He can't catch us. Are we going to stick You can't see the butterfly. Are we going to dance? We're going to dance all night long. We're going to dance all night. We're going to dance all night. Oh.
The hype is on for the third Ali-Frazier fight as Muhammad and his mystic, Drew Bundini, went through their act at a press conference in New York. Calling it the Thriller in Manila, Ali revealed today yet another new punch for Frazier.
The balloon punch. That's the left jab. That's what I bruise you. It puffs you up. It swells your head. Your eyes is closed and your head is big. Like every time I fight Frazier, just all this time. This is the balloon and this is the needle. This pops it. Blow the balloon up, and pop it. And I got his conscience right here to keep me on guard. See, here's the way he looks when you hit him. All night, that's all he's gonna be. All night in Malaysia. That's all you're gonna see. The Philippines, rather. Come on, gorilla, we in Manila. Come on, gorilla, this is a thriller. And it'll be a chiller.
Oh, dear. In Point Pleasant, you think I'm cracked up, you ought to see Iola. In Point Pleasant, New Jersey yesterday, matter of fact, you're going to see Iola. Contain yourself, woman.
Try.
In Point Pleasant, New Jersey yesterday, a boat named La Tortuga, which stands for the Turtle Gorilla, won the Benahan's Grand Prix, and Dan Lovett has a report.
This was the scene off Point Pleasant, New Jersey, Wednesday. 14 highly tuned offshore racers heading for the open sea and the start of the 180-mile Benihana Grand Prix. Ranging in length from 36 to 40 feet, these boats all carry three-man crews, trying to harness two engines with up to 496 cubic inches in each. Then consider going 80 to 90 miles an hour on the water, and your body is going to take a beating before the day is out. Fuel consumption is high, each boat using up to 300 gallons. Like any other sporting event, there is only one winner celebrating victory. In the Benihana Grand Prix, it was the number 83 boat, the La Tortuga. Ironically, this is the first major race for the La Tortuga, and it was the only boat to finish in the field of 14. What's more, the boat's skipper, John Verne of Miami, was making his rookie start. Verne and his crew received their reward at dockside, plus better than $5,000 for their ride in the water. Dan Lovett, ABC News.